It's a new year. Other than Kabul, what else is happening?
Other than Kabul, wow, this is a very thought-provoking question. क्योंकि अब तक तो सिर्फ Kabul, 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 Kabul. Other than Kabul.
Both of you look Kabul enough for Kabul. So what was it very difficult for you to play the character that you are playing? Because what was the biggest struggle to play him? Because he's visually impaired. Earlier actors who have played characters like that said it is difficult because, you know, you can't move your eye, the camera catches everything,
but
and then you're doing action.
It's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be. That's the joy of doing a film like this, which has a challenge right at the face of it, and you know, has the capacity and the ability to extract something more out of you that you're initially afraid of, but then you know, you take your first few steps, you delve deeper and deeper, and then at a point it consumes you. It consumes you so much that you feel ignited, you feel stimulated. You know, there is an enthusiasm to explore now, because you're filled with all these thoughts and emotions about the character and the world of this character. So, you know, the entire journey starts becoming even more relevant. It becomes more, you know, you start getting addicted to the environment of this film and this character. That's what happens when you do a film like this, that, you know, as actors, the thoughts that you live with through the day, they also kind of somewhere trickle into your normal life. You know, if you're playing a character like Rohan, who has a inherent calmness in him, inherent higher thinking, you know, he doesn't get affected by bullies or people that look down upon him, because he's very centered.
Are you something like that as well?
That's what I'm saying, is that when you start thinking from another person's mind and his point of view, you start understanding a few more things that probably you did not understand before. So, you know, then you take that and you start to live your moments, imagining, you know, what would Rohan do in this, and you have another option of interpreting something, or reacting to circumstance, or, you know.
Yeah.
So Kabul has been one such journey where now that it's over, and this is what actors mean when they say, when they have to let go of a character, they feel you know, like this separation and this sadness that they have to let go. The let go is actually because there is nothing beyond this now, because it's over, to stimulate your mind the way it did.
Rohan seems to have changed the perception over the last few years. I mean, whatever.
No, not changed. I think he has reaffirmed my perceptions. That's a more appropriate way to say that, yeah.
The other question, two big releases together.
Yeah.
Rais and there's Kabul. Though 26th is, as you've always said, is my day. Your father's been rather vocal of it.
25th now.
It's 25th now, yeah. And because for reasons we all know, and your father's been rather vocal about it, saying he won't have done it. And now they moved their timings, and now Team Kabul has moved the timings. What's the thought process behind it?
The thought process is very simple, yeah. Everyone is allowed to do their best for their work. Kabul is our baby. Their film is theirs, and they're allowed to do whatever is best for their film. And it's sad that their best is going to mar our opportunity of having a solo release, but sometimes in life that happens. And the best thing to do about something like this is to first try and find, through communication, an alternative, which we did. You know, I spoke to Shah Rukh, I requested him that this will not be good for my film, so you know, can you please see that, you know, this does not happen. And I'm sure that he has tried. I'm sure they have tried their best. No one is going to do this on purpose. You know, so there is no ulterior motive here. At least I might not like to believe that. and I'm sure they have tried their best and could not find a better date. So this is how it is, and the best thing that we can do about this, after communicating, trying, not happening, fine, now be graceful about it. Be graceful about it and wish the best for everybody, because everybody has worked hard for all the films that we do, and hopefully we all will be able to be happy at the end of it.
Now also moving the timings, because you were in the evening, they decided to be in the morning, you've moved to the morning now, and you wanted no negativity, but somewhere it must be affecting you. And
no, the only thing that's affecting me, it's affecting me as much as the tree would affect me that has fallen on my car. Nature, thap, one day a tree is standing, it fell on my car. Who do you blame? Things happen. If you start assigning blame, it's not going to be constructive, you know. So I take all these things as you know, events of nature. This is and we are humans, yeah.
You both have been friends. Do you think that somewhere the friendship gets affected? Would you like to revise that statement? When I spoke to you last, you were like, we are friends, it doesn't matter.
Of course it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because there is communication, because there is understanding. If there was no communication and no understanding, then there'd be a problem. And so far, there has been no reason for me to doubt friendship.
Exactly. So what's your dad's take on it? Because he's been like pretty upset about the whole thing.
My dad, of course. My dad is... my dad expects... See, a human being would expect out of the other person the same instincts, values, beliefs that one lives by. So if I am a certain kind, I would expect the other person to be a certain kind as well. So, and it's human nature, it's not right or wrong. But my dad, because my dad has very carefully chosen the date of 26th of January, knowing his film would have been ready by October, still he waited till January because he was seeing that, you know, we should not clash with somebody else's date. So let us not come on this person's date or that person's date. It would not be nice. So let me pick a date that is completely in the clear right now, and so he picked the 26th of Jan. So he did, and now he wants others to do unto him as he has done unto them. So when you don't get that, it kind of, you know, it's a bit of a surprise that, but then life is not fair. No, that's like saying, this is what I told my dad, that if you're expecting life to be fair, then it's like expecting the lion not to eat you because you're a vegetarian. The lion's not going to care whether you're a vegetarian or not.
Enlightened soul, no?
So life is supposed to be unfair, and you're supposed to grow with that, yeah?
You're very generous and very magnanimous.
We totally second that.
Absolutely, I mean, hats off. And Sanjay Gupta, you teaming up with Sanjay Gupta, known to make those dark noir films. So you were like in the mood to do something dark noir.
No, I'm never in the mood to, not never actually, I should not say that. But no, I wasn't in the mood to do anything. I was in the mood to do a good film. And when Kabul came, it was a great script. It just involved me from the first frame to the last. And Sanjay Gupta narrated that film verbatim. He did not have a script in his hand. He could transfer his entire vision onto me so beautifully. I could feel the impact of the emotion. I could see the vision. I could see the scale of the film or whatever. And you know, any person who can transfer what is in your mind, if you can transfer it to me and I can see it exactly the same way, then that person can easily express it on screen.
And also apparently you tried to construct a lens which would blur your vision to play Rohan.
Yeah, I tried that. Failed miserably because I just can't do contacts, man. The idea was to make contacts with a little blurred vision, so nothing would distract me, you know, because there's a lot of distractions behind the camera that sometimes can, you know, take you away from what the moment is. So it was a good idea, but failed miserably because I just couldn't put the contact in my eye. That was the problem.
And also you said you can anticipate the response to your film and the kind of work you do. You always have that feeling that this would work? From the first cut to the finished product, you know how it's going to be received. So what is the thing about Kabil? What's your hunch?
Oh no, that's something that is for me to know, not for me to say. Yeah, no, that is, I would, that would not be right. But I will say that yes, I've never been proved wrong so far.
Okay.
So.
And now also, like with Hrithik, whenever you sign a film, the first thing that the heroine starts wondering is like, I'll have to match steps with him. And you have done that in this movie.
I have matched steps.
You have matched steps with her?
Am I lying?
It's
every heroine's nightmare.
No, that's the last part of the whole story. And I remember Rakesh ji asking me this, can you dance? I said, yes sir. So, okay, great. So we have this dance and it has a little tangoish beat. It's very fast paced. It's with Hrithik and of course you can't see. I was like, of course sir, really looking forward to it. From inside I was like, okay.
And he must have just come and sailed through it and like.
No, but it's been an absolute pleasure to not just dance with Yami, but to share screen space with her. It's been an enriching experience because I think there were many times that I was watching as an observer and as a student to try and understand where that abandon comes from, so early. But she has it. It's very natural to her. So that was something that was a great equation because as she's saying that she was somewhere inspired by me, so was I.
Also, recently we have two biographies where both Karan and Mr. Kapoor have spoken about interpersonal relationships in Bollywood. Why do we need books? Why don't we just talk about it? They said there's always a breakdown of interpersonal relationships. And you being an insider and you being an outsider, what do you say about how the industry works? Friends today, foes tomorrow, friends back again. What is it? Why are relationships not sturdy in the industry?
Well, I am no one to, give you an all-inclusive.
Why do we need books to, basically wash the dirty linen? Just say it.
No, books are a way of, externalizing experiences. Maybe somebody will read and learn something, maybe somebody will be entertained. Writing a book is something that is about creation. Karan has created something, he has something to say, he's expressing it, it's a talent. So why not? I wouldn't put the idea of a book down. I mean, any person writing a book is great. And maybe there is something there to learn from, something there to be entertained by. So that's the book is great. But why do relationships work or not work? That is it's human nature. That's how humans are. We still have not focused on life itself. We're just puppets. Being led by situation to situation, and we really don't know what's going on unless you really sit down and analyze.
So when can we expect an autobiography from you?
I don't know. I've not thought about that.
But can I say something? Can I interrupt? He's an amazing storyteller. No, I don't know what I mean by that. I mean a film or a book, that I'm not saying, but a storyteller.
And we look forward to that. Maybe direction, since you're writing. Do you plan to ever direct? You've been AD earlier. No,
I don't. I don't plan. It's not a plan.
And so what's the update on Krish? All your fans on Twitter have been asking me, he keeps saying that his next film will be soon. When is it? What's the update on Krish?
Krish of course has been announced and the work will begin, but Krish is a long drawn process that will take its own, time. Talking about my next film, I'm undecided as of now. I haven't signed on something, but I keep saying soon because I'm hopeful myself. So which is why I keep saying soon, and I have to say that word again right now, soon, because I'm hopeful.
And we are hoping to see one very soon. So Maya has asked, working hard or working smart, what's your motto?
working hard without working smart will be foolish. So you working smart should be a part of the working hard, because if you work smart, your hard work will become easier. So of course, working smart.
And only Hrithik Matters has asked me for you to choose one thing: Akbar's valor, Krish's spirit, Ethan's virtue, Rohit's vulnerability, Arjun's practicality, and Rohan's courage.
Oh my God, there were so many of them.
What would you want to choose?
I would like to believe that they're all a part of me. But if I had to choose, I would choose two, because, you know, every one emotion needs another opposite contrasting one for it to then make sense. So I would choose vulnerability, and I would choose either courage or spirit, because they go hand in hand.
So how much do you depend on tweets or posts as a parameter for deciding how your films will do?
Well, let me just say that my film's on release, and in the next, I think, these few days and the next week or so, I am going to rely a lot on the social media. So I will be reading all your tweets and etc., whatever. So please keep them coming in, and be honest. You know, just say it like you want to say it.
I think they're too honest. And
Yeah, but it's good. Be honest. At least with me, just be honest. You know, you can say whatever you want to say. You want to use whatever words. You know, fine by me.
And also, celebrities have been criticized for not taking stands on social issues. So as influencers, do you think celebrities actually wield a great power over how masses perceive a phenomena?
Of course, of course. That is not something that you can shy away from. But one must, at least this is what I think, you must, I think, not just become a part of the noise that is being created with the intention of a good cause. If you're just going to become a part of the noise because it's the popular thing to do, then you're wasting your own time, and your own strengths are being wasted. A prudent thing to do is to voice if you have something really to contribute, you know. So just becoming a part of a popular vote is not, for me at least, that's not beneficial in any form.
Social media can be ignored, or is it a modern day malady? For a lot of us, it's a modern day malady.
It's only becomes a malady because you get addicted to it, you know, because it's stimulating. You know, it stimulates your mind all the time. There is always someone saying something to you that is going to either make you angry, sad, happy, relaxed, peaceful,
Absolutely. We
inspired.
depend too much on the
so you have so much
likes
there.
and
So I think the idea is to social media needs to come with a rule of a discipline, that, you know, you will spend so much time on it, either in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the night, and the rest of the times you're not going to look at it. I think without that, it can really...
That's really
He's one of the most disciplined people.
It can alter your brain cells, trust me. If you're too much on that, it's going to alter your perception of yourself.
Absolutely.
You might either feel like you're the king of the world, which will be a lie, or you might feel like the scum of the world, which will be an even bigger lie. So, you know, discipline on that is really, really important, especially for the youth, for the young. You know, because it's a very, very dangerous medium from where to gain self-worth.
Absolutely.
You should not gain self-worth or judge yourself from that. It should be for fun.
And all the very best to the two of you.
Thank you.
We know you're both Kabil, for Kabil, and we are all waiting for the movie, and all the very best.
Thank you.